Hey, welcome to Maximum Bat Speed. Want to do this video here today of the student of mine. I've been working with him. This is about, I think, the second, maybe the third follow-up. We had quite a few. He just wanted to continue to correspond with me. He plays elite softball, very high-level fast pitch for men. Just is pretty actually comparable to playing at the highest level you can in softball. This young man here has just a tremendous mechanics, a lot of things going on. Again, since this video, his swing got even better. But I just want to show you basically what's going on. And when you're dealing with players like this young man here, where his mechanics are already pretty elite, as a coach, it's my job or my responsibility to help him to even take a swing to another level. So again, after this, we did, I think, a couple more where his last email actually, or text I received from him, he went 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, and just was telling me he was hitting the cover off the ball, and he just was so pleased with the results he'd been getting. So I'm going to show you what's going on here. Again, when you're dealing with players that have a very, very good mechanics, it's very important as a coach to understand what you can do in order to help them. And like I was telling him at this stage of the swing right here, I was telling him I still wanted him to improve on how to settle into his back hip socket, okay? So right here, I told him a little bit too much movement going back in both these swings. I like it to be a little bit more simplistic. I like it to be a little bit more quiet. So I told him how to do that. I told him just to, quiet things down, getting the back hip socket. I wanted to see his body a little bit more stacked. In other words, I didn't want any kind of leaning back. I just wanted everything to just be nice and quiet and very simple. I didn't want to have like I said, any additional movement that was not needed, okay? So again, once he's starting to get into his toe touch, you can see here, just from looking at him, you can just see he just has a beautiful swing. And I'll just kind of, play this for you so you can kind of see what's going on with his swing. You can see he has very good rhythm, a lot of good tempo going on as he starts to hit. You can just see his mechanics are just very, very elite, okay? And again, as a coach, my responsibility again is to try to help them. So what was going on here is this, okay? When there was a few other things that were going on, but I want to kind of get to the main point here to show you the most significant thing that we did together in order for he to be able to take his game to another level, okay? So as we got to the point of contact, okay, and these are very similar pitches as far as where they're coming down at, okay? And I'm just going to draw a line right here where his mouth is right there. And I'm going to draw a line right here where his mouth is right here, okay? So just to kind of give you an idea what's going on and what I do when I do online analysis. I get into great detail, but this is kind of a summary of what was going on. Now, if you look at what's going on here, this was a tendency. He sent me about 5 swings, and pretty much in every swing, this is pretty much what he was doing. Now, I drew an arrow right there where his elbow is on the left. That was a before, and then I drew an arrow here on the right where his after swing, which he sent me video, and I was really pleased with what I was seeing here on the right, okay? Now watch what's going on, and those of you who watch my videos know how much I promote and advocate letting the lead elbow go up to the height of the mouth, because by doing so, it's going to help you to keep the barrel below the hands for a long period of time. It's going to help you to take your swing to a totally different level, because when you don't do that, a player's going to tend to sweep away or get out of the path of the pitch coming in, okay? So as we go further, pretty much at the point of contact, we go one more frame. Now watch what's going on here. Now we go one more frame. You can see here on the left that his elbow hasn't risen at all, okay? And also you can see, because that has occurred, what tends to happen with players that do that, their arms tend to collapse, or they never get to really to full extension. In other words, they have too much flexion going on. So I'm just going to kind of draw a line here, what I saw here, what was going on with his swing. He kind of had this kind of a look like that in this particular swing. And again, like I said, this was kind of a consistent kind of a look that he had of all the videos and all the swings that he sent me, okay? And that's what I'm looking for. That's why when I do online video analysis, I always tell people, send me about 5 swings so I can kind of get a tendency. Now in this particular swing, you can see that he let his arm get the full extension. Both his arms are just fully extended right there with the elbow up to the height of the mouth, and you can see how beautifully the barrel stays below the hands. Now in this one right here, I can just see, just from the way this looks, that he's already going to start getting into a little bit of flipping, and part of that is because, again, when this happens right here, when you don't allow the lead elbow to work up to the height of the mouth, what happens is what's actually occurring is because you don't have firm wrist through the ball, this causes this arm to collapse, and therefore this never gets to true full extension. Okay, so going back here to what I was saying here, and I'll just erase these yellow lines here. Now again, like I just said, we go to the point of contact, okay, right here, and then we go one more frame, and you can see on both of them where the consistency is there, where the elbow and on the right is working up to the height of the mouth, and then on the left it's not. We go one more frame, you can see that his elbow never reaches the height of the mouth, and you can also see on the left how he's staying fully extended, the lead elbow still up to the height of the mouth, and then he starts to get to this beautiful full extension. Now you can see it's very obvious on the right that his right arm, his arms are going in a beautiful orbit, in an upward orbit, where on the left his arms are what I call kind of a seatbelt swing. That's what he was doing, and I told him that by he doing this, you're going to get a lot of rollovers, you're going to get a lot of pop-ups, you're going to get a lot of inconsistencies in your swing. So you can see here what can happen with a player just by making minor adjustments. And he told me just by he working on this, believe me, he worked so hard. I mean, he was telling me it was such a difficult thing for he to get rid of, but he actually got to a point where he actually, like I said, his swing with everything else, there's other things that were going on in this. That's why we did a follow-up. But the main thing I wanted him to work on was this extension thing, because I knew that was going to take his swing to another level. So I hope this video helped you. Again, if you're even playing at a very high level, like I said, I've worked with professional players and I've helped them to get to their swings to higher levels, and this is what I'm looking at, little minor things like this that a lot of coaches might not catch, or a lot of parents might not catch. And again, my goal is to always help players at any level to get their swings to another level, to a very high elite level. And I hope you like this video. I hope you learned something from it. I do online video analysis, and I get in great detail about just the most minor of things that I see in a swing. I also have my online video on my website, Build Your Swing Plan. Talk a lot about building a swing. Give me a like if you like this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate your viewership. Have a great day, everyone.